Thanks for staying with us. So the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has approved 50% tariff adjustment for telecom operators, citing rising operational costs and the need to sustain the industry. According to NCC, the adjustment aligns with its mandate under Section 108 of the Nigerian Communications Act 2023 to regulate and approve tariff rates. Despite the increase, the NCC stressed that protecting consumers remains a priority. Now, obviously, Nigerians went on social media and expressed their displeasure to this announcement. What are your thoughts? We'd like to open our phone lines to Nigerians, especially considering what Nima said earlier during the paper review about the poor quality of network Nigerians have been experiencing in the past few weeks. You can join the conversation on 090-241-63440, or you can send us messages on X. We can also read your messages on YouTube. We'll be happy to share your thoughts. Now, 50% is a lot. That's if you're paying a tariff of maybe 5%, you start paying 10%. That's a lot of money. Nigerians obviously are disheartened about this. This is not good news for Nigerians, especially given the economic situation that we are in right now. But also, let's talk about what Nima had alluded to during the paper review, saying that the quality has been so bad. And does this tariff increase, would it mean that they will give us better network services? Because many of us had those issues over the break. When the holidays had many issues with the network, because the kids couldn't watch movies, they couldn't watch TV just because we're having data issues. You've paid and there's network problems. So let me come to you. Nima, I want to start on this matter. What are your thoughts?
So, according to the paper, they were asking for actually 100% increment. Like just like times 2 the money. So what the NCC was able to do is, sort of reach a middle ground and do 50% increment. But as businesses, we must agree that all of us across board have increased our business rates at one point or the other as a business. The only business that I have not increased money is legal one services. That is doing, legal service I had to increase. In fact, I now stand if I see that you are somebody that is trying to evade paying the consultancy and you want to come and be rejoining, find a way to just cut you off, because to run my gen, when there's light, there's no light, we are on band-aid, there's nothing that comes cheap. So when you come and you think you're about smarted me and you walk away, I'm dealing with costs. I'm not finding it funny, and I don't usually think well of such a client. So a lot of things had happened. So you're
understanding the 50%?
Very clearly as a business, I understand what they are going through. It's not easy. If you have to pay staff salary, increase staff salary, I have had to increase. I'm looking at increasing my staff again. And so all of those factors will affect businesses. Also, one of the things they complain about, there was this body, I think they're in charge of their master and all their technical services, who had also come online at the time complaining at the cost of diesel. This cost of diesel and fuel that we are all complaining is affecting their servicing those master and all of those things. So I'm sure that those are the factors that the NCC would have carried into these negotiations and considered, and seen their side of things to give this 50%. But the problem is, this 50% that they will give, let it not become like Band-Aid, that once they graded and gave them the right to increase and charge under a particular rate, poor services continue to reign. Somebody has to see to poor services. There must be compensation, in fact, for poor services. We were recharging data at a particular rate. We will not get the same quality of gigabytes per recharge. And then this particular network I refuse to leave because of loyalty. We'll just be rolling like this till the month will end. It will roll. I'll be walking around with my phone. Then you find a place you call customer care. That's the one that breaks my heart. Customer care won't even follow up to ensure that you've gotten that service. Because if a person has called, there's something that comes on the voiceover that says, this call is monitored for certain purposes. I believe that there should be a follow-up that person is then getting quality of the service. The last call I made, they said they will call me they will send me an SMS to bring me to, what they call this, that they upgraded recently, that they would bring me to that, and that's why I'm not having network in my own house, where I buy that mega data for. They will say, okay, they will do that. And then I waited, and I didn't see the SMS. Imagine me moving my SIM, putting it back, offing the phone, checking, looking for SMS. Okay. That didn't come, and I expected that because that call had been monitored for certain It should be.
How many calls are they getting?
Like they're not following.
You know, so I mean, I like where Nima started from as a business owner herself, you know, to understanding, because NCC is saying that there hasn't been an increase in hikes since 2013. That's a long time. So,
not official increase in hike.
well, according to what I'm reading, there hasn't been an official increase in rate. That doesn't mean that they increased either, but there hasn't been a proper increase since 2013. Now, we're making all these complaints, and yet we expect a certain level of service. So what are your thoughts on the hike?
So Nigerians justifiably don't trust the system. And when I say justifiably, is because for every time the government and the regulators make statements like this, it would not, any sensible Nigerian will understand this. Like, it makes sense to do a review. But can we have a review that ensures service delivery? That's why we are justifiably.
It's private sector. It's
yes,
not
even private sector. Yeah. So yes, they claim that they have not increased the costs since 2013, but every Nigerian knows that the quality of service we are getting has reduced. So if they could not increase the price, they decided to reduce what they are delivering to you. There is no person, except those that are using Starlink, that will tell you they have good service in terms of internet. Even with drop calls, I cannot count the calls will drop. You make a phone call, you are hearing the person is not hearing you, the court calls, you have paid for that conversation that never took place. The quality of service we've gotten from our telcos has been extremely poor, and we thought that over time things will get better. Like, technology is improving, the world is improving, but in Nigerian telcos is going down. So the complaints they've always had has been tied to the cost of service delivery. Because
of the power of our show, we need to be careful how we are saying these things. Because
I agree. As a client, I'm speaking on my experience. In my house, I use all lines. I have MTN, I have Airtel, I have Glo, I have Lifanet, I have Spectranet, I have what do you call it? Fiber One. I'm saying, I'm not saying. I have mentioned, that's why I mentioned all their names, because I use all of them. So I can speak as a customer who pays all of them. Currently, 5 people I mentioned are collecting money from me on a monthly basis, and I'm struggling with internet. That is the plight of the average Nigerian. So when NCC is saying you are committed to protecting the industry, I agree 100%, because these businesses are businesses. MTN and all these companies, all these circles are not into charity. They are meant to make money, and they should. But they are also meant to be held accountable for delivering quality service. That is where we are going to have this long conversation. So if we are paying more, Nigerians are complaining a bit about petrol right now. Petrol is expensive. But at least we are seeing petrol. So people are like, it's bad though, but there's petrol. The kind of deregulation we want is a deregulation where we can hold the people accountable. So how many compensations have they paid for the many times that service has gone down, where you will be in your house and you will have all the network and it is not working? And Nigerians are feeling this pain. NCC, yes, thank you for protecting the industry by protecting the investors who have put money into this sector. But can we also protect the customers as well to the same level to ensure that we get compensated and we get quality service? Nima mentioned Band A. Band A has not been Band A. The way they take clients in Band A now, the way it's like before they called it Band A, when we were on special package, we knew what we were enjoying. Then they put us into Band A and it's like, Pion, like has gone. Pion, I'm like, because it blinks because I have alternative power, it just blinks. But the blinking is constant nowadays. And all of us are just doing because Nigerians are used to suffering. We suffer and we just cope with it. We're very resilient people. But it doesn't mean we should not call out when things can be done better. Personal experience.
We are very resilient. The reason why I wanted to hold off, I'll let you finish. I agree that the services might not be perfect, but I will disagree that it's worse than where we're coming from. There was a time where I was having these services and you could not get anything. Network between 4 years ago, whatever, to now, the network is a bit better. However, it could be much better, because the truth is that I have issues. I'm paying money also, and I'm not getting the kind of service, but it is definitely not where I'm coming from. That much I know. That's why I wanted to say we should be careful. I'm not disputing what you're saying, but we should just be careful how we're saying this, because I'm not sure. I'm just saying that we're different.
I'm not sure what Muraya is saying about, because yesterday I made so many calls, and I'll be saying hello, hello, and I'll be hearing the person's voice, and I'll be saying hello, hello, and
it's not your phone.
Network.
Even this morning, same thing. I was making a call, I couldn't hear the person. So we're having network issues. I'm not in dispute of that at all.
So, yes, you have to increase their money, but guess what? As their money, everybody's money is increasing. Telcos increase, NEPA increase, LA increase, petrol increase. What? Salary is getting smaller. Earning power is getting smaller. You are not making your money, the value of your money 5 years ago. It's not the value. If you have 1 million, the value of that 1 million is not the value of 1 million 5 years ago. So, guess who is suffering? It's the Nigerian. Let me finish. It's the Nigerian people. It is us that are suffering because we are paying everything, and you are seeing your account going down, down, down. The government itself has come, tax reform. Well, this is how I'm just sitting and saying, God, every day, I've become very, listen, let me finish. I need to finish. I've become very prayerful. I have become, because what I'm seeing inside my front like this is not a good thing.
Who are you praying to?
To our creator. No.
Wait now, let her answer.
Who do you pray to?
No, I'm asking you. I know who I pray to. Who are you praying to?
Don't think about who you pray to and leave me to who I pray to. And I say I have become very prayerful because the future looks bleak. I have to say the truth. So, yes, increase. And I know, I agree that they are businesses, but while they are increasing it, they should be thinking.
Okay.
Let me finish. You haven't let me finish. You haven't let me land. Don't bury me before I land. As you are increasing it, just be thinking that they are human beings, oh. We are not goats, oh. We are not rats. We are human beings, and we are feeling the pinch badly. Badly. Then I want to ask, so when they are increasing the telco, please, is it plus the Wi-Fi people? The Wi-Fi that we pay monthly.
Obviously.
So they too will go. Hey!
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.